when we announced the game originally, it was a prequel to Black Desert and an MMO.
Okay.
Both of those things are no longer true, but there are similarities that fans of Black Desert will be able to recognize. The fluid, dynamic combat, the art styles are very much callbacks to fans of Black Desert that will be rewarding for them when they're looking to play a single player game.
Summer Game Fest 2025. I am here with Will Powers for Crimson Desert. Will, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Joey?
Not bad, man. Not bad. Bright, sunny, brutal day so far.
It's like we're in a desert.
Yeah. Crimson Desert. Here's what we know.
Yep.
Open world action game, yeah?
Action adventure.
Yes.
Like that. Yes.
Open world action adventure. So you answered my question. I was gonna say what type of open world action game?
Yep.
Open world action adventure.
So the thing that's really interesting about the game is the combat makes it very unique. So think really action-oriented dynamic combat, kind of a mix between almost a Devil May Cry and a fighting game in the terms of styles, but in an open world setting. So what if Bayonetta was in an open world with an incredible story? That's kind of what players are getting a first glimpse of today.
Is that combat as intricate as it seems? It seems so detailed and so in-depth, and it's really exciting.
So it's not just that you can have individual elements of combat, it's the fact that you can layer them together and it flows seamlessly. We had Maximilian dude from FGC community playing the game earlier, like Tekken. And that's really cool because you can do things like kick. There's an axe kick where you do a 1-2 kick and then grapple after that during a certain frames. And you kick him and grab his legs and start swinging him around. The moves just flow into each other very naturally.
I've seen that there's going to be an emphasis on exploration. How is that emphasis going to play out?
Well, it's a giant world. We're calling it the continent of Pywell. And those words are very carefully chosen. A continent, that evokes the massive size and scale of the game. On horseback, it's going to take you over 2 hours to traverse the map from one side to the other.
Wow.
It is absolutely massive. And in that world are tons of quests, exploration, cities, towns, tons of little gems for you to explore.
Look, these boss fights look crazy.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite?
I do, but that's not what we're talking about at Summer Game Fest. We've only shown boss fights until this point.
Okay.
This is where we're pulling the curtain back. We're showing the story for the first time.
Do you have a story element that you're excited to watch unfold?
I'm excited for all of it, but in this, the story is about reuniting with your lost companions. So one of your mercenaries in your campaign, Unka, is lost at the beginning of the game in a dynamic struggle between the camp that you are, the Greymanes versus the Black Bears. They beat you pretty badly. All of your cohorts are lost to the wind. You find out one of them is in this city, but in the city, it's under siege. So now you have to take part in this massive siege around this castle to be able to reunite with your comrade. So that's what we're showing off today. And it's the scale of that compared to just the one-on-one, one enemy boss fights is night and day difference. We want to show the range that this game has.
Honestly, this looks incredible. It looks very, very cool. I'm slightly familiar with Black Desert. Is there any relationship beyond the names?
It's a different desert. Yeah. No, what's really interesting about Crimson Desert is when we announced the game originally, it was a prequel to Black Desert and an MMO.
Okay.
Both of those things are no longer true.
Okay.
Which is very important. Crimson Desert is a single-player open-world action-adventure game, a different IP than Black Desert. That is very important to emphasize. That's why I'm looking right at you, camera. So, different game, but there are similarities that fans of Black Desert will be able to recognize. The fluid, dynamic combat, the art styles are very much callbacks to fans of Black Desert that will be rewarding for them when they're looking to play a single-player game.
How hard is it? Is it like a brutal, unforgiving, high-depth combat game? Because it almost looks it.
That's a very difficult question to answer. I'm not going to say the internet thing that will get me on Reddit by just saying get good. But now you have a soundbite of that. It's really difficult because we're not showing a demo here. We're showing a chapter of the game. And instead of having 12, 15 hours of drip feeding you content and controls, we have 12 seconds of that. So it's difficult to master something in that amount of time when you haven't had the experience necessary to be able to play it. But we're seeing that people by the end of the demo have really mastered the controls, and there's a huge difference. The learning curve is slightly steep, but there's a really, really high skill ceiling to be able to master the game.
Sounds like an incredibly unique concept that is going to be very satisfying to master.
It will be very satisfying when the game comes out in late 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, PC, as well as natively on Mac.
We have a very, very important question.
Oh, hit me with it. I'm excited.
Crimson Desert was an ice cream sundae. Which of the following toppings would be on it?
Which topping would be on a Crimson Desert sundae? It's gonna be rainbow sprinkles.
Oh, yeah.
And because it's rainbow sprinkles, there are so many different elements of the game, so many different colors. It's beautiful, it's varied, and it's never one note.
Well, my friend, thank you for your time, and allow me to present you with your Crimson Dessert.
Oh my God. Oh, this is
Yeah.
S tier.
I know.
2S tier.
It's what we do. It's what we do. Top. Oh my God.
Stop.
All those sprinkles, what a unique variety. A little bit of everything.
It tastes like an open world.
It sure does. I can taste it just looking at it.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Crimson Desert coming in late 2025.